theme is complying with life, and we don't want to repost things, but yeah, 20 minutes and I have 2 minutes. Come on. That's not fair. But I'm going to try my best. I think we can all agree that today we learned a great deal from Ron, right? About health and about practical steps that we can do to improve our lives. And I think one reason his speech was particularly impactful was because it wasn't something that he had just come up with from a book or saw on the internet or TV, but it came from his own life and his personal experience. So I think that drew us in initially because we're like, oh, okay, you're going to share your story. Let's hear what you have to say. So everything became a little bit more real. I think you started off, that was an introduction which helped us to get into your speech, which was great. I think I noticed a few words that stuck into my mind. I think you're the grammarian as well, so I just made some notes for you. I think you said, the doop, 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 my sound of my heartbeat. Something for me, it felt like, oh, too many minds. It would help if you maybe, the sound of my heartbeat or something, but it felt too many personal possessors. I'm an English teacher, so those things come to my mind too. Certain words, I couldn't discern exactly what you want to say. 3 stems into my heart, or that word stems. So if you maybe could enunciate those words clearer, or maybe speak it slower if it's a little bit technical, that would help. Certain phrases, I realized you started, but you went a different way. I realized I cried to myself. But they don't, you notice in the ads. So there are certain phrases that you didn't complete. And I was hanging, and then I was like, okay, I'll go this way. So if you could complete those sentences, I think that would help. But there are 5 things that I noticed were so awesome. Already? Okay. You compared the human body to $1 million horse and a car. And I've never heard that illustration before, but that's great. Like, it's true. Our bodies are really special, and we have to take care of those things really well, so we have to take care of our bodies as well. Props! I think we're all surprised by your Mary Poppins bag. You had a huge water jug that came out. That was a great demonstration. You had your exercise band, and you showed us how to do it. You had your squeeze lemon. That was great. Personal examples. You said you had a meeting in Irvine, but you parked in Huntington Beach. I heard someone say, oh my gosh, I don't know if it was Jeff or Aaron, but... And me too, I was like, really? Okay, he's really serious about what he's talking about. You said you're a vegetarian, not for religious reasons, but because of the result of what's going on. So this speech really is your life. So that was great for you to share that with us. The practical demonstrations, I love the Tai Chi, right? I'm sure we've all seen those group of people in the park doing that. I loved when you had us to breathe with our eyes closed. That was really relaxing. It definitely worked because Nika forgot that she was a Toastmaster. And then the last thing I want to nitpick is, you had this whole place, but you kind of sit here for the majority of it, the first part. Eventually, in the second and third point, you walked around and you did a lot of demonstrations of around, which was great. But I think even from the beginning, I would have liked if you, maybe walked around this way a little bit, and so you could turn your angle, because since I was on this side, I felt like I was kind of, neglected a little bit over here. Which makes sense because I was the only one sitting right here, but a little bit more variety would have been nice for me. But overall, you really taught us, it was a call to action. I liked how in the end you reviewed all the main points, CES, consumption, exercise, stress reduction activities, and you had a great motivation for that. And then you close with, remember, we have one life, one body, one mind. So don't waste it, use it well. So I really appreciate your speech.
Very good. Okay, for the second evaluation, we have Lionel evaluating an icebreaker. That was Vanessa. So let's go ahead and bring Lionel up and give him a warm welcome. Thank you.
Jeff, you've done that before, right?
Yeah, I just think remember.
2 to 3 minutes. Vanessa, you did it. You made it happen. Thank you for having the courage to do that, to just step in and give the gift of yourself to this audience. We really appreciate that. You had a wonderful opening. You started by telling us what you were going to tell us, which is always good because we knew what to expect. We knew that, okay, this is going to be about the story of Vanessa's life. And the story it was. The objective of your speech was for the audience to get to know you. And I feel like I know you now. Throughout your speech, you spoke about yourself, the things that you did in your past, where you come from as a human being, your schooling, your studies. And we kind of had the structure that was there. For first-time speakers, sometimes it's not there, but you have the structure, which shows that you came prepared to speak, which is really important when you have a speech. Anywhere, come prepared. It makes a difference. You were prepared. I felt it. I believe the audience felt it based on the body language when you were speaking. Thank you for that. A few things that you did especially well is announced every part of your speech. Your speech was clearly structured and you announced every part before speaking about it. When you spoke about your childhood, you announced it. When you spoke about your job, you announced it. When you spoke about your studies and your transition between schools, you announced it. That was wonderful. Keep that going for every single speech that you do. You were honest. You confessed to us that you love your job for most part, but there are some things about it that you are not so happy about, and you shared them with us. Honesty is really important when you speak. You were honest with us. Thank you. Some people say, I love everything about my job. Meanwhile, it is not entirely true. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. Your use of notes was remarkable. For someone speaking the first time, you stayed here, which is okay because other speeches throughout the program teach you how to use your body when you speak. For today, it was very good. You stood here knowing exactly what you were saying, referring to your notes to make your point. And I noticed that you also have quite a lot of pause fillers, which is one of the beasts that you have to struggle with, and we're going to help you work on that. Slow down. Slow down just a little bit. All right? Slow down. Give us some pauses. So you also missed on a lot of opportunities to make us laugh even more. The way you speak, the speed at which you speak, and the tone of your voice, you have things that can make you a really good comic. I'm not sure that's what you want to do, but you can naturally make people laugh just by being yourself. And that's a good asset to have. That's a wonderful skill. Slow down, slow down. Next time you speak, remember, I have to slow down, I have to slow down, and you slow down. Then we get to enjoy you more. You guys, all right? Learn how to reduce all of those. We're going to work together to help you with that. I believe this was an amazing icebreaker, an amazing first speech. You met all your speech objectives, and I'm just excited about the great speaker that you will be. That you will be? That you are. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are moving along. So our third evaluator will be Ron, evaluating Jeffrey's icebreaker.
Let's let him do it.
Let's go ahead and bring Ron up for the third evaluation.
Mr. General Evaluator, members, guests, and especially you, Jeffrey. The first speech is the icebreaker, and that is the very point where it's going to set the benchmark for you where you are. I see you are very sincere, you have a great smile, but you talk very fast, and you need to slow down and embrace that moment so the audience can embrace your talk and savor the knowledge like I'm doing now. But if you're talking like fast, it's going too fast and people cannot comprehend itself. Good gestures, very good gestures. Eye contact, I think you like Lionel rather than the second. So look like I have done and the other speakers. Look at the people. Have a conversation one-on-one like I'm doing with Vanessa, with everybody else. So you can embrace that conversation itself here. It will improve the impact, like I'm really having a personal conversation with her right now. You take 5 seconds, so you do 5 seconds and roll around, and that will improve yourself. When you started, your voice sounded a little hoarse. So one thing is probably take a deep breath, drink some liquids, water particularly, no vodka here, and it will help you out. One practice that I learned from a music coach, and she's also a coach in the area of speech, is to do this. While you're driving to this facility here, and that will loosen your muscles and bring more flexibility into your facial expression. And that will be great for everybody. You know, I noticed that you're reading a lot, which is okay, but as you get on, you know, you're talking about finding an idea, you know, have some passion, have some pauses, and that will improve and enhance your presentation. I would also recommend for you and anybody else is practice in front of a mirror, because you can see your facial expression. Record yourself. I'm recording my speech, and I'm also recording other information. And why? Because you can tell when you say this, I really meant this. And you can tell by your subconscious mind what you're doing. So listen to your speech and practice in front of your mirror. Other than that, great presentation.
Very good. We are down to the last evaluation, and that's of Lawrence. I forgot, who was evaluating Lawrence's? Almost at the back up here, man, you're busy. So let's go ahead and bring Lionel back up here and welcome him. Thank you.
Lawrence, you are very brave. Last week I visited a club. They invited me to speak, and I gave a speech there out of my manuals. And I met a lady there. She had been with that club for 1 year. And in 1 year, she had only given 4 speeches. Meanwhile, she attended every single meeting every week. To me, that doesn't make sense. She drives over 20 miles to be at a meeting where she is to improve how she speaks in public, and she does not get behind the lectern to speak in public. No matter how shy you are, how timid you think that you are, this is where you go. I'm very excited, very happy that you took that step, leaving whatever you were doing, rushing in here to speak. You came prepared to speak, and your note told us that you were prepared. You told us about passion, the passions that you have in your life. And the objective of the icebreaker is for you to tell the audience about you. You did that really well by telling us what your passions are. Or maybe what your passions were, because they changed. And you had a transition in there. You told us your passion was cars, sports, and exercise, or working out. That was really clear. We saw a structure. And throughout your icebreaker, you told us how those passions came about and how they influence your life as it is right now. You especially spent a lot of time on cars, which was good because I can see that consumed you. Because you even went as far as losing everything that you own just to follow that passion. And that is a great lesson. I read an article that says, let your passion consume you. I'm just surprised that you're not a car driver today. You're a race car driver today. One of the attributes that you do have is the way you speak. You are very calm, very composed. I believe what you are going to have to work on as you improve is creating captivating content. And I believe you have that. It is something that I'm working on myself. I believe you have that already. It's just about drawing it out of you. Because when you speak, people are captivated. People listen. Because of your pace and your tempo, I saw it, people just are hanging to your next word. And when you have that ability as a speaker, you can change lives at the speed of light. You have that already. Stick to the process. I love how you ended. Your close was just fabulous. You had feel uncomfortable to be comfortable. And you had something there that reminded me of a quote, which says, life is like a grinding belt. It either polishes you or pulverizes you. Your speech was just awesome because you did not allow life to pulverize you. You are letting life polish you. Stick to the process.
Okay, with that being done, are we taking 1 minute right now? Yeah?
We need to vote for the speakers, and
Okay.
after I give my timer's report,
Should I take 1 minute to vote for the best evaluator and then evaluate the meeting in
yes,
1 minute?
yes,
Also vote for the best speaker.
yes. Let me give my timer's report, and then we